Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and welcome for those of you who are new. Thank you so much for joining me today. So in today's video, I am going to be doing a full face of Dollar Tree makeup, including some new products that I purchased from Dollar Tree. So I can't wait to give it a go and see how it is. So I'm going to do some first impressions as well. So if you're new to my channel, I do these a lot. I love getting stuff at the Dollar Tree, and I do a lot of affordable makeup tutorials. So I hope that you go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already done so. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright everyone, so hair is back. We're ready to go. I have already done my brows because I don't have a brow product from Dollar Tree. I've been trying to find one, but I just haven't gotten one. Either I have seen them before, but the shades haven't been for me, so I'm like, let me just wait, see if I find a good shade for me, and then I'll get it and try it out when I do find it. So just for the sake of that, I already did my brows. I'm going to go in with this face primer from LA Colors. So it's a smoothing face primer, and it says it's color correcting, so it is the clear one, and it does minimize pores is what it says. So I have tried this before. I did do a first impressions on it, given that it is $1, so it does look like, you know, just a typical like moisturizer. Given that it is $1, it's actually a pretty good product. So it says it's a smoothing primer, which it definitely does do. It definitely smooths the face, and it is very light. It has like a nice fresh scent to me. It's not like overly like chemically, you know, smelling, but it does honestly feel like just you have like a moisturizer on your face, which is kind of nice because, you know, you definitely want your face to be nice and moisturized and ready for that product. So it does say that it claims to minimize pores. So looking at my pores, I'm just going to take a look. It really does like do that, especially I feel like around my T-zone area, like right here. That's where I feel like I have the more enlarged pores, and I do feel like it is kind of clearing them up a little bit. So yeah, so I think it's really good, and I really do like it. It's $1, so it comes in this little packaging, so you know, I really like it. I think it honestly is one of the better products that I've gotten at Dollar Tree. Alright, and then for foundation, I'm going to go in with this Sassy and Chic moisturizing foundation, and it's in light 1. So I have tried this before, and I was honestly very pleasantly surprised. So it's definitely a more moisturizing foundation. So I went in with the dampened beauty sponge, and I'm just gonna tap this in. The only kind of downside about getting a foundation at a Dollar Tree is that they don't have as many shades for you to choose from. So if you wanted to, you could really get all three and like mix them and kind of make your own if you really wanted to, because there's a light, a medium, and a dark. Or if you're more light, you could just do like a light and a medium together. If you have a darker skin tone, you could do dark and medium. So you could really kind of like blend them if you wanted to. I know that's not like, you know, the most convenient thing to do, but if you are, you know, someone who just doesn't want to spend a lot of money on makeup, then I think that this product is really good. And being that this is the only light shade that they have, I think it actually matches me pretty well. So it's definitely a more moisturizing foundation, as in it's not going to give you the most full coverage. Alright, so I'm going to try and build it up. I'm going to go in with a little bit more. I'm going to kind of squeeze out a little bit. That's kind of the amount that I went in with the first time. So I just want to see if I can build this up a bit. And this is actually really nice foundation if you wanted just a more like natural looking makeup day. So if you didn't want to go in with a heavy amount of makeup and you wanted something more natural just for like daytime purposes, then I really do think that this is a good foundation. It really does give like a nice finish to the face. It is light. I feel like it's, you know, it's very lightweight. And it is moisturizing, so it's not going to leave like a dryingness to your skin. Alright, so yeah, so that is going to give you like, I feel like it gave me a nice dewiness to my skin. So it's not going to be like an intense full coverage foundation, but it is going to be nice and moisturizing for your skin and leave a little bit of dewiness to it. So I do like it, and again, it's for $1, so it's like if you're on a budget, you don't want to spend money on makeup, then I think this is honestly perfect. All right, and then this is by LA Colors as well. This is the Conceal and Correct. So it isn't technically a concealer, but it's just a color corrector, and it's in the shade Peach. I'm pretty sure that they had different, I'm just gonna put a little there and a little here. They had different shades of this, just depending on what you wanted to correct. But for me, I want to definitely correct more of like the dark circles under my eyes. So I'm going to use a little bit of this. I did use it before, and I remember it not being like the greatest, but let's see if we can go back in and see what happens. And more like reds, oranges, peaches, like those kind of shades are going to give you a better color correction for dark circles, which is what I got. I think I might have went in a little too much because I'm looking a little crazy, but let's trust the process here. So now I'm going to go in with this concealer. This is the Wand Me Up Concealer by Joa, and I'm just going to place my concealer exactly where I would, and then hopefully that color corrector will go ahead and help with those darker circles. I don't know if you guys can hear, but the wind is like crazy where I am. All right, let's go ahead and blend this out. All right, so I just blended out my concealer, and then I have that color correcting product underneath, and I really do think it did a good job at kind of concealing my dark circles. I've never really used a color corrector before. I just kind of go in with concealer. So I think this for me isn't like the most necessary step, but I do feel like it did kind of help get rid of those dark circles for me, so I like it. And this is a new product that I got from the Dollar Tree. This is the LA Colors Pressed Powder. So it says it is long-lasting wear and is in the shade Beige. So it's just a little compact like this. It has a little mirror, and I am going to use this to kind of set my face. It does come with a little puff, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use just a brush that I have. I'm going to go in with the Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm going to just tap that in here, and I'm going to just blend that out and set my under eyes with it. And it's really nice that it has a little mirror too, so that is really cute. I just want to set the under eyes so that concealer doesn't go anywhere. And then I'm going to use a bigger, fluffier brush, and I'm going to kind of set the whole face. I don't want to add too much because I don't want to take away that dewiness that I got from the Sassy and Chic foundation. Definitely not a bad powder for $1. I kind of feel like it's taking away that foundation, but maybe it could be the foundation itself because I kind of feel like it's like separating on me almost. That totally could be the foundation itself. So yeah, definitely not a bad product. So I'm very quickly going to prime my lids with the Milani eyeshadow primer. All right, so for my eyes today, I'm going to go in with this LA Colors eyeshadow palette. This is the Playful palette. So I thought this would be really pretty for springtime. Has a lot of pinks and like mauve colors to it, some neutrals as well. So I'm definitely excited to try these. All right, so this is what the palette looks like. It does come with this little eyeshadow brush applicator, but I'm not going to use this. I'm just going to use my own. So these are the colors. I thought they were really, really pretty, and I have been very impressed in the past with LA Colors eyeshadows. I think they actually are really easy to use. They're very easy to blend. From my experience in the past using them, so I'm definitely excited to try this one out. And I did get from the Dollar Tree these two eye pencils. So this is a crease brush, so definitely going to do some crease work with that. And then this is a smaller eyeshadow brush, so you can do more like detailed work with that. So I am excited to use these. These are actually Wet n Wild brushes, and I've never tried Wet n Wild brushes, so I'm very excited to try these out today. So, oh, this is really nice. This has like a really nice like indent of like where your finger could go, so that's really nice. I like that. And then the brush itself, like the bristles, feel really nice. Very smooth, very soft, so I'm definitely excited to use this. This is the crease brush that I got, and I'm gonna go in with, let's see, what am I gonna go in with? All right, I'm gonna go in with this corner shade right there. I feel like that's a pretty like mauvey pink, so I'm gonna take that on my crease brush, and I'm gonna focus that more in my crease. Oh, definitely some pigment on there, so that's good to see. The brush is actually really nice too. It feels really nice. And this is a really pretty pink that is coming out. So that is good. Yeah, that's like a really pretty like mauvey pink. And I'm just gonna go in windshield wiper motions. And I'm always so impressed with LA Colors eyeshadows because they really don't leave a lot of fallout. Especially the ones that I've tried in the past. I have about like 3 or 4 of their eyeshadow palettes, and honestly, like none of them have been like crazy with fallout. Like I dipped into that and I haven't like brushed any of it away, so it really is like very nice with that. Alright, so let's go ahead and use this color in this corner. It's a more deeper mauve. And I'm going to go in with the crease on this as well. But then I'm also going to kind of just like deepen it up a little bit. That's pretty pigmented too. That's pretty. So I'm going to focus that one kind of more in my crease just to get a little bit of depth and dimension. But, oh, that is a really pretty shade. Like, that's very pigmented. Again, I'm going to focus it more so in my crease. They're blending very nicely, too. So the shadows are, like, easy to use, easy to blend, and they are very pigmented. Again, like, if you don't want to go ahead and spend a ton of money on a eyeshadow palette, then you just go over to the Dollar Tree and get an LA Colors one, and you can still create a really pretty look. Alright, so now I'm going to take the smaller eyeshadow brush that I got from Dollar Tree as well, and I'm going to use that to pack on this shade right here. It's almost like a brown, like a warm tone brown. So I'm going to use this to, ooh, this is like pigmented right off the bat on my brush, so let's see how it looks on the eye. So I'm going to put that on my outer corner and like really just kind of stamp that shade in there. Okay, that's pretty. It's going to give us some warmth to the eye. Let's go over to the other one. So I'm just kind of like stamping the pigment on there. And then I'm going to go in afterwards and really blend everything out. So I'm going to go back in with the crease brush and kind of just blend all that together, just to make sure everything looks good. We don't have any harsh lines. All right, so I'm going to take this shade right here. It's like a baby pink, like a very pale pink, and I'm going to put that on my lid because it's a little bit of a lighter color, so I want to try to get my lids to like pop. And I'm going to use that eyeshadow brush that I got from Wet n Wild and see how that works to apply. Oh, that's pretty. It has like a little subtleness of purple, so I'm just going to focus that mostly on the lid. Again, I'm going to just put that shade right on my lid, and it really gives like the most subtle hint of purple. Alright, so I'm going to take that smaller eyebrow brush again, and I'm going to go on my lower lash line and just try to smoke it out a little bit. So I'm going to use this darker shade right here in that corner, and I'm going to go on my lower lash line. So I want to just like make this nice and smoky, so I'm going to use like that tip there, and let's see if we can like blend it out. Alright, I think the eyes are looking very springy, so I like that. Alright, so I'm going to go in with the LA Colors eye marker in black. This is a felt tip liner. I haven't actually used this before. I tested it on my hand and it looked really, really good. So I actually want to test it on my eyes. I've never tested it before. So let's go ahead and go in with that. Very pigmented. Like that black is like really popping. Very easy to use. Kind of glides like really nicely. Okay, it is very pigmented for a black liner. It's very easy to use. It is like bleeding a little bit, like you can kind of see it like breaking apart a little bit, but definitely nothing that like lashes won't hide or anything like that, so definitely not like a big deal. So I'm going to use the Ioni lashes and I'm going to pop those on and I'll be right back. Alright everyone, I am back. I popped on those lashes and now we're going to do the rest of the face. Alright, so now I'm going to bronze up my face with the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer, and this I got at Dollar Tree as well. I was so excited when I saw this. So I definitely see Wet n Wild products in the Dollar Tree, but I've never seen this bronzer before, and this is a really, really nice bronzer, and this is in the shade What Shady Beaches, so I thought that was really cute. It might be a little bit too bronzed for me right now because this is definitely a darker bronzer, but this was the only one that they had, so I'm going to work with it. I feel like this will be really nice like when I have more of a tan and like everything else matches. It is very pigmented, so you definitely don't need to go in a lot. I mean, I do have like kind of a heavier hand, I will say, but you definitely don't need a lot to have like a nice bronzy look. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with blush. This is the LA Colors blush and this is in pink blush. So I'm going to go ahead and rosy up the cheeks. So I'm going to take a blush brush right here. And this is like a nice like lighter pink. So let's see how it, oh, it's actually pretty pigmented even though if it's like really light. I think it gives like a nice like rosiness to the cheeks, especially like mixed in with that bronzer. I think it looks really good. Alright, so that blush is actually really, really pretty. And now this is a new product that I have not personally tried from Dollar Tree. This is the Lip Duo, so it's a gloss and a lipstick, and this is in the shade Twinkle. So I thought this was really cute. They had different shades. They had like different reds, they had different pinks, purples, like you name it. They had a bunch of these colors. I thought this was going to be really pretty, so I'm like imagining it in like the summer. I think that's really cute. So let me go ahead with this. Okay, she is bright. So I didn't think it was going to be this bright. This is like a neon pink. Definitely not my shade, but that's okay. It actually, so the lipstick itself feels nice and creamy, so it has a really nice texture to it. So I do really like the actual like feel and formula of the lipstick. I just didn't think that it was going to come out this pink. So I'll definitely try like a different, I'll definitely try a different shade because I do really like the formula. Like it feels really nice on my lips. So let's go ahead and go on the other side, which is the gloss side. And it has like a little bit of shimmer to it, which is very, very cute. I feel like it's like not coming out. Like I feel like I'm really getting in there, but like nothing is kind of coming out. Hang on. Alright everyone, here is the final look. So I definitely have some things that I love, some things that are like eh, and then some things that I'm like, yeah, no, I could totally do without. I love the face primer. I thought that's really good. It's very moisturizing, very smoothing and soothing on the skin, so I do really like that. I do like the foundation. I think it's a very nice foundation for like an everyday kind of like no makeup wear. So that is also very nice. And the eyeshadow palette, like it's a very like pastel kind of look, but I think it's going to be really nice for spring and summer. Definitely more of like a subtle pink, which is really pretty, so I do love that. The lashes are always my favorite, like I always get them, so definitely check them out. The eyeliner was actually very, very nice too. It's very easy to apply, very pigmented, and very easy to work with, so that is also very nice. I loved the Wet n Wild brushes, like definitely a good solid eyeshadow brush, so definitely check those out. And then the face, like the bronzer is really, really pretty. I'm definitely not tan right now, so I feel like once I get a little bit more color, like it'll be nice. And then the blush was also very beautiful. I loved that. And the lips feel really nice. Like the formula itself is like nice and smooth, it's nice and like creamy. And it's not like sticky or anything like that. The gloss isn't sticky, but I feel like the gloss like just wasn't coming out, and it didn't really leave like much of a difference on the lips. Like it definitely made them a little bit more glossy, but not as what I would want. So I think that if I were to get the lip duo again, it would definitely be in a different shade, so I could definitely give that a shot. But anyways, so yeah, I thought that it was a very successful look. Let me know what you think, like, comment, and definitely subscribe so you can see my future uploads. I definitely like to do more videos with affordable and drugstore makeup as well as Dollar Tree makeup, so definitely subscribe if that is what you like, that is what you're into. So I will see you all very soon in my next video. Thanks so much. Bye.